Today, we're looking at writing equations in slope-intercept form. You're given 2 points. Our instructions are write the equation of the line that passes through each pair of points in slope-intercept form. So example 1, if you were given the 2 points, the ordered pair 3, 4, and the ordered pair a -1, -4. Now, if you recall in a previous lesson, I said the title itself, slope-intercept, lets you know that you need a slope, you need the intercept. So if I'm starting with 2 points, the first thing I need to find is my slope. So let's go back and let's use that fancy formula. Look, the change y sub 2 minus y sub 1 divided by x sub 2 minus x sub 1, and that is equal to m, which is slope. Lowercase m is slope. I'm going to substitute. As I substitute, remember, some of you may need to label these. This is my first ordered pair, so that's x sub 1, that's y sub 1. This is my second ordered pair, that's x sub 2, that is y sub 2. I'm ready to do my substitution. In the place of my y sub 2, I'll put a -4 minus my y sub 1, which is 4. And I'm going to place that over my x sub 2, which is a -1, minus my x sub 1, which is 3. Well, a -4 minus 4 is a -8. A -1 minus 3 is a -4. And don't forget that a negative divided by a negative is a positive, so my slope is a +2. Now I have my slope. Now I need my y-intercept. So to find my y-intercept, I'm going to take y equals mx plus b and select either one of these points. It does not matter which point you select. I know my slope, so I'm going to write up here what I'm using. So my slope is 2. And I'm going to use this first ordered pair. And now I have 3 numbers. In my equation here, I have 4 variables. So I have a value for my m, I have a value for my x, I have a value for my y. So if I substitute these 3 numbers, my b is missing, and remember, b represents your y-intercept. So let's do our substitution. So in the place of y, I'll put 4. In the place of m, 2. In the place of x, 3, and that's mx, that's multiplication, so that's 2 times 3 plus b. Now I get y, 4 is equal to 6 plus b. I need to isolate my b, so I'm going to subtract 6. I get a -2 is equal to b, which is my y-intercept. So my equation is, going back to y equals mx plus b, I'll get y is equal to, put m in its proper place, my m is 2, so I'll have 2x, put my b in its proper place, minus 2, so the equation of the line is y is equal to 2x minus 2. Example 2. On example 2, if you're given the ordered pairs 6, 10, and the ordered pair 12, 14. Again, let's start by finding our slope. Remember, those are subscripts. Make sure that they're low enough. Let's do our substitution. I'll do 14 minus 10, and I'm going to place it over 12 minus 6. 14 minus 10 gives me 4. 12 minus 6 gives me 6. So I get a slope of 2/3. Now I need to find my y-intercept. So I'll do y is equal to mx plus b. And again, it does not matter which one of these ordered pairs that I use, okay? This time I'll use this second one. I like to write down what I'm using so I won't get confused. You won't substitute the wrong thing. I just suggest this. Now I'll put these 3 numbers in their proper place. My y is 14. My m is 2/3. I'm going to multiply times my 12. And b again represents my y-intercept. I can do some cancellation here. 3 goes into 12, 4. So now I have 14 is equal to 8 plus b. I need to isolate the b, so let's subtract out 8. So we get b is equal to 14 minus 8 is 6. Go back and substitute in this particular equation. Put the m and the b in their proper place. We found m to be 2/3, so our equation is y is equal to 2/3 x. My b is a positive 6, so it would be plus 6. So my slope-intercept form equation is y is equal to 2/3 x plus 6. Example 3. If we have the ordered pair 9, -3, and the ordered pair 9, 5. Again, we're going to find our slope. Let's do our substitution. In our numerator, I'll do 5 minus a -3, which you can write as 5 plus 3 if you want to. I'll have 9 minus 9. Now that gives me 8 divided by 0. And if you remember, an equation that has a denominator of 0 is a vertical line. So this is a vertical line. It has a denominator of 0, which means that the slope is undefined, because you can't divide by 0, okay? You have also been taught how to write the equation of a line if it is a vertical line. If it's a vertical line, it's going to say x is equal to a number. And if you notice in these ordered pairs, my x coordinates are exactly the same, so the equation for this line is x is equal to 9. Example 4. If I have the ordered pair 3, 4, and the ordered pair 4, 6. Again, let's find our slope. The change in our y coordinates divided by the change in our x coordinates. In my numerator, I'll do 6 minus 4. In my denominator, I'll do 4 minus 3. 6 minus 4 gives me 2. 4 minus 3 gives me 1. And 2 divided by 1 gives me 2. So my slope is 2. Now I need to find my y-intercept. To find my y-intercept this time, I'll use the slope of 2. I'll use that second ordered pair. As I substitute, my y is 6, so I have 6 is equal to 2 times 4 plus b. So I'll get 6 is equal to 8 plus b. I'm going to subtract that 8. So I'll get b is equal to a -2. So my equation is y is equal to 2x minus 2. And my last example, example 5. So on example 5, if I have the ordered pair 6, 5, and the ordered pair a -9, -20. Again, find your slope. As I substitute in my numerator, I have a -20 minus 5. In my denominator, I'll have a -9 minus 6. A -20 minus 5 is a -25. A -9 minus 6 is a -15. A negative divided by a negative is a positive. 25 and 15 have a GCF of 5. 25 divided by 5 is 5. 15 divided by 5 gives you 3. So I have a slope of 5/3. Now I need to find my y-intercept. My slope, 5/3. Select the ordered pair that I want to use. I'm going to use this ordered pair of -9 at -20. I'm going to replace the y with the -20, replace m with the 5/3, replace x with the -9. Remember, b represents your y-intercept. We can use cancellation. 3 goes into 9 3 times. So I have a -20 is equal to 5 times 3. A negative times a positive is a negative, so that's a -15. Transform the 15 by using addition. A -20 plus 15 is a -5. So my equation is y is equal to, put 5/3 in the place of m, 5/3 x, this is my b, minus 5. So your slope-intercept form equation for this particular line is y is equal to 5/3 x minus 5.